Heath Ledger was one of a few unique actors with the incredible gift of being able to play a vast range of characters with conviction and art. From the moment his career began taking off in the late 90s, it was clear he was someone to keep an eye on, as he was destined for greatness. Unfortunately, Heath Ledger's life was cut dramatically short when he was found unresponsive in a Manhattan apartment building on January 22, 2008. At the time of his passing, Ledger was reportedly dating the child actress Mary-Kate Olsen. While the exact relationship between Olsen and Ledger was never fully confirmed by either party, she was the first person called after Ledger's body was discovered by his masseuse and housekeeper. We don't know if the two were just friends or more than that, but to be the first person contacted after a tragedy even before the authorities demonstrates just how influential Olsen was to Ledger. So what exactly happened that fateful day in late January, and how does America's darling Mary-Kate Olsen fit into it all? Before we look at his relationship with Kate Olsen, let's take a look at Heath Ledger's life. As you'll see, his life was destined for tragedy. Ledger was born in Perth, Australia in 1979 to a French-teaching mother and a father who was a race car driver and mining specialist. As if destined for tragedy, he was named after Emily Bronte's tortured character, Heathcliff, from the 1847 novel Wuthering Heights. Ledger first dived into the world of acting by starring as Peter Pan in his high school play at just 10 years old. When he was a teenager, he traveled to Sydney and became the guest star on the emotional drama Black Rock. At the age of 19, Heath made the big move to America, where he'd find his breakout role in 1999, starring alongside Julia Stiles in 10 Things I Hate About You. From there, Ledger quickly became a star in Hollywood and beat out tenured actors for late movie roles. In 2000, Mel Gibson cast Ledger to play Gabriel Martin in The Patriot. In 2005, Ledger played his most controversial role in Brokeback Mountain. Ledger played alongside Jake Gyllenhaal and became the youngest Oscar nominee for Best Actor at age 26. This role also led to Ledger being nominated for a Golden Globe for Best Actor in a Drama. Prior to his passing, Ledger would complete his most notable role as the Joker in The Dark Knight. That role too led Ledger to receive a Golden Globe and an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. Unfortunately, Ledger would not be alive to see the success of his incredible work. He had a lot more to achieve and was just starting to make a name for himself. Unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. Speaking of his dating life, Heath Ledger dated several of Hollywood's most beautiful actresses. His longest relationship was with Michelle Williams, with whom he shared his only daughter. It was rumored that Williams and Ledger split due to Ledger's ongoing drug abuse. It was only a few months following their breakup that Ledger would tragically pass from his accidental overdose on prescription drugs. Ledger also had brief relationships with actresses Julia Stiles, Heather Graham, Naomi Watts, Kate Hudson, and Gemma Ward. The woman he last saw before he died was Mary-Kate Olsen. Ledger and Olsen were tied together romantically during the time of his tragic passing. While Olsen has never confirmed their romantic relationship, she did express her sympathy following her friend's passing. But how exactly did Heath's passing affect Olsen? You see, in order to transform into the psychopathic and schizophrenic character of the Joker for his role in The Dark Knight, Ledger had fully immersed himself into the darkness of the role. He was having trouble sleeping and was reported to be prescribed Ambien for his insomnia. When his masseuse Diana Walzen discovered Ledger unresponsive in a Manhattan apartment, she called Olsen 3 times before contacting the police. Olsen reportedly sent a few of her own personal security team to the apartment to check on Ledger, as she was in California at the time of his passing. Paramedics were unable to revive Ledger, and his death was reportedly due to an overdose of sleep aids and other prescription drugs. Olsen was initially blamed by the media for having provided Ledger with the drugs that met his end, and it was rumored that it was within her own apartment that he passed. It was quickly proven that the apartment where Ledger overdosed was not owned by either Olsen twin, and an intense government investigation also proved Olsen had no ties to the drugs found in Ledger's system. Following his death, Olsen was reported to be completely devastated and was caught on camera on the streets of Manhattan having an emotional breakdown only blocks away from where Ledger passed. Olsen was reported to be crying uncontrollably, grieving the loss of Ledger. Following the devastating loss of Heath Ledger and after battling the demons of Hollywood for her entire life, Mary-Kate Olsen officially quit Hollywood and social media. Opting for a life of privacy, she focuses on her fashion business and no longer indulges in the celebrity lifestyle. Heath Ledger's death affected several people, his only daughter and obviously Mary-Kate Olsen. Well, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching!